Hello everyone, this is a review on the Pyle PP-HP157AI. It's a lot of words, a lot of letters. What it is a 15-inch woofer, 1400 watt speaker built in that you can carry for as a PA system, as a monitor, as a speaker, and as a part of a kind of an outdoor overall fun entertainment center. So we're going to look at this, see how it works, and listen to it and see how it sounds, and see if this is maybe the right device for you. Okay, so here you have the back of the speaker itself. So again, this is a 1400 watt speaker, RMS, with a 15-inch woofer and a giant titanium dome tweeter. But the back of it's kind of the guts. So you have the ability to dock an iPod or iPhone right here and then control it directly from it. Now you're going to control directly from the iPod itself, so keep that in mind. It can be a little bit cumbersome, but that's not a big deal because if you spend $3, you can buy a auxiliary output to a RCA cable. So this is a splitter, and then that allows you to plug directly into, say, an iPad right here, or you can actually plug into something like this, which is called the Jobber Clipper. And so you plug it in, and now you have the world's largest, loudest Bluetooth speaker just using the Jobber Clipper here. So you have your inputs, and now the speakers just become Bluetooth. Okay, so that's one thing. Additional features: you have the ability to plug in a microphone, so you can use it as a public address system or a karaoke machine. You've got the standard 3-pin input, your RCA plugs, and then a line out. You also can control it right here from iPod, or you can, if you push it in, it actually lets you use a USB source. So if you have something that has a USB output, you can run it right directly into the speaker. And finally, you have an SD memory card slot, so you can actually just stick in a little memory card and just control it from that if you want to. Or I say control, I mean you can use whatever music's on the memory card and plug it directly into the speaker. So lots of capability here. Again, 1400 watt max, and it is loud. So next, we're going to listen and see how it actually sounds. Okay, now we're going to listen to how it sounds. Now, I'm going to play it at about 40% volume. So again, this is only 40%. I'm going to play a nice of non-copyrighted music like a Yankee Doodle to give you a feel for how it actually sounds. So with that, here we have it. And again, about 40% of volume. Okay, so why do I only play it at 40%? Well, frankly, I'm in a neighborhood and I would get in trouble if I played it at much over that because it's so loud. Now, to give you an idea, again, you've got a dome tweeter there, and then down below you've got the 15-inch woofer. So this thing projects a lot of sound. This is not a bit of a toy. We joke around saying it's a carnival ride type speaker because it's so loud. It's something you'd expect at an outside fair or at a school banquet or something, because it really does have a lot of sound. The overall sound performance is good. It's definitely loud. It's not the cleanest speaker you're going to ever listen to in terms of high-end audiophile type sound, but it really isn't intended for that. If you're looking for something that is loud enough for outdoor movies, for karaoke, for a wedding, things like that, this works perfectly. So keep that in mind if you're looking for something that is going to impress your friends with a jazz performance up in your audio room. This might not be the perfect setup for that, but it's not intended to be. So let's look at a few other things on the speaker and come to a few conclusions. Okay, what you see here are 3 areas where you can actually screw the speaker right into a setup. So if you have a sound stage or something you want to hang the speaker, right here is the area to hang it. So you can just simply put the bolts in and tighten it in. Now the finish is a hard plastic, so it is a little scratch resistant. It's not the high gloss wood finish that you'd find on kind of again audiophile type cabinets, but it's good, easily moved in terms of not worrying about it being scratched. Now, in terms of overall portability, you have handles here on the side, on both sides to help carry it, and that's good because it is heavy. And the speaker itself probably weighs upwards of 50 pounds. So when you have the big amplifier and you have a 15-inch woofer, you can expect it has weight to it. So again, you see mounting areas here where you can mount the speaker on. So if you want to mount it on its side to hang it, you can do that too. So lots of functionality if you're going to use this for a actual stage setup, or you know, maybe even in a church. You can do it built in right here and just screw the bolts right into the speaker. Okay, a couple more words on the speaker here. Overall frequency response is 40 hertz to 22,000 hertz. Now, I think that actually might be a little conservative here. With that 14 or 15-inch woofer, I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't get down below 40 hertz. So I mean, this thing has some pretty deep bass to it. It is a two-way speaker. You do have the dome, the 1 3/4 inch titanium compressor driver, horn speaker, and then the 15-inch woofer. So it is a two-way speaker from that standpoint. My kind of final impressions and final verdict on it: one, it's a very good sounding, maybe not elite audiophile performance speaker, but at this price range, it's a fantastic value. I mean, to find a speaker, again, at this price point that offers a 15-inch woofer, kind of a good sounding loud titanium horn speaker, and it has the built-in amplifier, is kind of unheard of. So you get a lot for your dollar. You have the built-in iPod dock, which is helpful, but again, I use a splitter from an auxiliary output to an RCA double to control, and then using something like the Jabber Clipper, I can actually then turn that into make it a Bluetooth speaker. You do have the microphone in, and again, so if you want to use it for a public address system, or if you want to use it for a karaoke, it's perfectly acceptable. It does come with remote control, and the remote control is primarily for when you're using the SD memory card. And so it works. However, I don't use it that often in terms of the memory card. I typically run it off these RCA inputs or off the iPod dock. So my final verdict on it, I'd give it 4.5 to 5 stars. At this price point, you really can't beat it. If you're looking for a backyard speaker or a speaker for a church event, it really does do a good job at this price. If you're looking for something that's going to allow you to have outdoor movies, which is what I'm going to use it for, again, it's great, and it is so loud, in fact, that you will never be able to turn it up to full volume. At least I won't be able to. If you're maybe on a farm, you might have a different effect. So I'm going to give it 4.5, really 5 stars, and I think it's if you're looking for a good value and a high performance loudspeaker, look no further.